Hey everyone, Dogmatic71 here, and welcome to Dogmatic DIY. Today, just in time for Valentine's Day, I'm going to show you how to make this little doe and deer heart with just your scrap wood and whatever colors you choose, and just a little stencil. This time I actually did this on my scroll saw for the first time, my first project, and I did the boards horizontally instead of vertically. So I'm going to show you how to make it. So let's get started. All right, so first things first is I printed this out. Obviously print a little off center, but that's not a big deal. I can kind of hand pick that on here. So I printed this out, and then I grabbed some carbon paper. Now I decided to go horizontal on this build instead, just because of the cuts. I'm going to try something different. And then I took my carbon paper, as you can see, and I traced it out here. This middle section has got the bulk of it. Here, as you can see, some of this old one. That's why I picked this middle one. It looks like it's the most sturdy, where it won't split. I had it before where I was trying to cut it out, and once I got near where it was weak in these used boards, it kind of broke apart. So I don't want that to happen. So that's another reason why I'm trying to do these horizontal. As you can see, this piece here only has a little bit, and that piece here only has a little bit. So hopefully this board is, with the bulk of it, is sturdy. By sanding them down, you can see I got some nice different colors. So once I put a poly on it, it'll be nice, and it'll kind of be different. They won't look like they're all the same board, as technically they weren't. So, but that's a good thing about some used fence boards. As they age, they kind of change colors a little bit, and each one of these might have been installed at a different date. So I just grabbed them. When I switched them out, I just grabbed them randomly, so I don't know when they were installed. Some of them were from me, some of them might have been before I moved in here 20 years ago. So it'd be nice. I left, some of the nail holes, so it'll look nice and rustic in here. You get some of these cracks once you fill them, put some poly on it, it'll look nice. So I'm going to do it on my new squirrel saw and see how it goes. So let me go and try to get this all set up, and then I'll cut these pieces. Okay, so I got it all cut out. Still, not an expert on the squirrel saw yet, but did pretty good. All right, then right here wasn't perfectly circular where the heart is, but turned out good. So what I'm going to try to do is the backing, since this is going to be for Valentine's Day gift, is I took a 1/4 inch that already had black stain on it, and I sanded off most of the black stain, but left it where the the grains were, and then I just did almost like a red stain over top, and you can see how the black stain still came through, which I think looks pretty nice. And what you're seeing over top right now is just a coat of poly on it right now. So then what I'm going to do is build some frames around this and frame it off. I don't think I'm going to do this red, just because I think that's going to make it too much red on this. So I think I'm just going to do it like a black stain on it, and then normal here, just doing poly on these with no stain on them. So let me get the framing done and get some stain on the frames, and then we'll brad nail the back of this onto the back of here too, and we'll be almost done. Okay, so now I just brad nailed this onto the backing, or the backing onto this. I didn't want to see the brad nails on this side, so I do it from the back side. I stained the frame, so I'm going to nail them. This one here, I nailed it on first. I should have stained it first, but I didn't. And then I noticed that and realized it, and so I'll just tape it off and stain it. Shouldn't be an issue. And then I'll put some poly on it, but kind of like the red. We'll see how it is once it's finished with the black and all around the frame, and the poly here kind of brightening up the wood. So let me get the frame all finished and get some poly on, and we'll finish it off. Okay, so it's all completed here. Let's see if we can get a better view on an angle here. Put it up closer to the light so you can see more light here. You can see the red grain in there, red and black. So let's see. It doesn't take long to make these. That's the cool thing, is I like the way they turn out. Don't cost much because it's just scrap wood, and but in whatever your cost, hopefully you have some paint or stain laying around, right? But obviously, if you don't have any of that stuff, you're gonna have to spend some money. But to me, like, always have stuff around, so it's easy to just let it sit there, and and then when your wife goes, hey, you need to clean out this garage, you got all this scrap and junk here, and I'm like, no, see, all this scrap and junk can be turned into something, right? So always show them something if they think it's junk, because you can always use things on something, right? So if you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Hit that like, subscribe button. Hit that bell to be notified when I post another video. We'll talk to you later.